Today, I'm going to be giving you guys the new Season 5 best animations in NBA 2K22 Next Gen and Current Gen. First things first though, please like and subscribe. I mean, it's 100% free, literally takes 5 seconds and helps me out so much. I would highly recommend you guys watch this entire video because I'm not only going to be giving you guys the main animations I use on my guard build, but also some alternate animations for different builds and playstyles. So without wasting any more of your time, here are the animations on the screen right now. You can click off if you want to, but please drop me a like for not wasting any of your time. But also, as I said before, I do highly recommend you guys stick around. Also, all these dribble moves and other animations will work on both current and next gen. However, for this video, I am just going to be on next gen. And first things first is the quick dribbling style. I've been using this dribbling style for basically the entirety of 2K22 for two reasons. First, it gives you the fastest speed boost out of all the dribbling styles. And second, it gives the best connectors. For example, this sliding behind the back you guys are seeing on the screen right now. If you can't unlock quick or you just want to try something a little bit different, I'd recommend using Sea Gray. This is another great animation. You get the exact same connectors, but you guys can see you get this speed boost instead. It's a little bit different and a little bit more glitchy, and I know a lot of people do prefer Sea Gray over quick. For the second animation, I'm using DRIBBLE SIGS Size Up. The reason why I'm using this SIGS Size Up right now is because of this really glitchy OP crossover that pretty much lets you speed boost glitch. All around, these drill moves are super quick and you can combo up with them very easily. Obviously, a lot of builds can't unlock Derrick Rose, and instead you can use Tracy McGrady. This is a brand new Season 5 animation, and you guys can see this behind the back is just super glitchy and super fast, and basically does the exact same thing as the Derrick Rose crossover, but it's a behind the back instead of a cross. Also, another great fun animation you can also use is De'Aaron Fox. This is a really fun animation that I do use from time to time. If I'm trying really hard, I probably won't use this animation, but when I'm just trying to have fun, you guys will see me use this animation from time to time. So now moving on to the signature combo, I recently began using a brand new Season 5 animation, and that is Jason Kidd. All around, this is just a very good combo. You guys can pretty much just see it on the screen right now, and you can also speed boost out of this animation pretty well. If you can't unlock Jason Kidd, then you can also use Paul George, which is also a pretty decent replacement. Next, for the Size Up Escape package, I've been using Trae Young. This is the animation that most guards on this game use, since all around it just has some very good animations. For example, this big crossover, which is super good to crab people with, or this fake out behind the back animation, which is the main reason that I use Trae Young. However, from time to time, you guys will also see me use Damian Lillard. This has a faster big crossover animation, but also has this really good step back. So definitely, it's a very viable option. A new animation that 2K just dropped is the Kevin Durant Size Up Escape package. I tried out most of the animations in this package, and the one animation that stands out is its step back. You guys can just see how quick and insane the step back is, and the speed boosts out of it are just unmatched. Next is going to be the moving crossover. Honestly, there's a ton of good different moving crossovers, but recently I began using Giannis Antetokounmpo. The main reason I've been using this animation is because of this double between the legs you guys are seeing me do on the screen right now. It's overall just very clean and reminds me of old 2Ks. And also, the other crossover animations are pretty good as well. And so next, for the moving behind the back, I'd recommend running with Scottie Pippen. This gives you by far the best behind the back animation that almost launches you forwards. Overall, this is a very good animation whether you're rim running, isoing, or just trying to get up and down the floor. For the moving spin, I'm currently using basic. The basic moving spin is definitely by far the best moving spin for ISO players. You guys can see it just gives you this really glitchy spin back, which is pretty much the only spin back left in 2K. And you guys are definitely going to see me and other isoers use this dribble move a ton. If you don't care about having a good spin back and you'd rather just have a good sideways spin, then I'd recommend using Penny Hardaway. This is another brand new Season 5 animation, and as you guys can see, the sideways spin on this thing is very good. However, unfortunately, if you're using Penny, there's no spin back animation. Now next, for the moving hesitation, I recommend using Rondo. This is one of the few SIGs that actually give you two different hesitation animations. If you're holding turbo and then you do a hesitation animation, then you get this really big hezi. But if you're not holding turbo and then you do a hezi, you get this little hop instead. And this hop animation is very important because it can give you the bounce back ISO move, which is one of the most glitchy ISO dribble moves in this game. Also, if you can't unlock Rondo, then you can use either Luka Doncic or Larry Bird. Pretty much either replacement works, you'll still get the hop animation. On to the second to last animation is going to be Luka Doncic moving step back. This is just a very good, very fast and glitchy animation that creates a pretty good amount of space. You guys can see it's just all around very clean. However, if you have a lower ball handling, then I would recommend using Jimmy Butler instead. This is a much quicker animation that doesn't create as much space, but as I said, it's very quick and it's going to be very, very good. For the last animation is going to be actually the triple threat style. They recently came out with the pro triple threat style, which I'm now using. I don't really know how much of a difference this is going to make in game, but at least for now, I figured I'd try it out. So that's going to do it for the dribble moves section of this video. And now we're going to be moving into shot creating and post scoring animations. Starting things off with the dribble pull up, I'm using normal. Your dribble pull-up is honestly just all preference, but in my opinion, this normal dribble pull-up is just so easy to time. Next, for the hop jumper, I'm using Pro 2. This is definitely, in my opinion, the best hop jumper. You guys can see you can get this really glitchy pullback animation that you can either dribble or shoot out of. And also, you don't have to shoot the fading shot. You can actually just stop and then take a normal standstill jump shot. For the spin jumper, I'm using Michael Jordan. This Michael Jordan spin jumper is all around very good and very glitchy, and it's also pretty difficult to guard. Next, for the post fade, I'm using Jason Tatum. This also just came out in season 5. It's kind of an ugly animation, but it's really hard to contest. He creates a ton of space in a very short amount of time, so this animation is just going to be very difficult to guard. Next, for the post hop shot, I'm using Anthony Davis. This by far just creates the most space. And this year in 2K22, there's just so many different ways you can use the post hop shot. And definitely, this is the best animation in my opinion. For the post fade, I'd recommend going with Joel Embiid. This is the very toxic, very hard to guard, and very overpowered post hook that honestly is just so good in this game. So that's going to do it for the shot creating and post scoring animations. Now we're going to be moving on to dunking. I'm gonna go pretty quickly on this since not much changed to dunking. And also, I already made an entire video based around dunk packages. Starting things off, we're going to be talking about 1 foot moving dunks. You guys can see first I'm going with quick drops off 1. This is one of the best dunk packages in this game. For the reverse, obviously you at least need some sort of reverse dunk. And then you guys can pretty much see I'm going with straight arm tomahawks and uber athletic tomahawks off 1. I'm going with both front clutches and side clutches, and as well athletic one-handers off of 1. And then down here, you guys can see I'm going with all the contact dunk packages that I can get. And then moving on to 2 foot moving dunks, you guys can just see all my animations right here. The reason why I don't use any park dunks is because in my opinion, they're just way too flashy and way too easy to get blocked. Sure, there are a ton of very cool animations, but they're just too flashy in my opinion. For alley-oops, you guys can see I'm going with both pro and elite. If you can unlock both those animations, definitely go with them. And then for park alley-oops, you guys can see I'm not using any of them. And then on to contact alley-oops, this is the same story as contact dunks. I'm pretty much just going with whatever packages I can get. Also, if you can't get the big contact alley-oop package, definitely throw that thing on. On to signature dunks, the only one I'm using on my guard build is Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook just has some very quick, very violent animations. And then I think on my big man build, I'm also using Ben Simmons. This just gives you some very glitchy animation. On to standing dunks, obviously I'm on a guard right now, so there's not much I can show you guys. But for the regular dunks, you're pretty much just going to want to go with both of these. The rim pulls also go with both one hand and two hand. And then for athletic, you're only going to want to go with two hand. Do not go with one hand. That gets blocked so easily. And then on to contact dunks, this is pretty much just the same story as before. Equip any contact dunk packages that you are able to unlock. And yeah, that's pretty much all the dunk packages. Also, if you're wondering my layup package, I'm just using small. Your layup package honestly doesn't matter too much. I know Steph Curry and Jelly are also two very good options. Now, there's pretty much one more animation that I have to show you guys, and this is going to be my jump shot. I'm not gonna lie, I use several different jump shots, just depending on the latency, who I'm playing with, and my build. But majority of the time, I'm using base 3, release 1 Paul George, and release 2 Larry Bird. I'm not really gonna go too in depth about this jump shot. Overall, it just has a very easy cue, and it's super fast and good off the dribble. So it's an all-around very good jump shot. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. I'm pretty sure I gave you guys all my animations. If you didn't make it this far into the video, please like and subscribe. There's a gameplay video, a dribble tutorial, and a build video on the screen right now. Like, comment, subscribe, go follow me on Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.